Let's talk about the effect. So you need to go to effect. There are many effects. I'm going to show you a couple different types of an effect. Let's go to distort ripple, like for instance. So you should notice that as soon as you select the one of these an effect, those will shows up under effect control window. I select the ripple and I select the face 3D. Say effect. If you go to generate and I select the stroke, and you should see stroke right here. Say ripple, basic 3D, and stroke. There are three effects. If you feel like you don't need this stroke, like for instance, you can just highlight and then delete. So you're not sure whether you will need this basic 3D or not. You can temporarily hide basic 3D. You may hide your effect temporarily like this. You think you want to use this basic 3D? Yeah, click and you will see FX. Deactivate and activate. Delete, highlight and delete. Okay, here's a ripple, and you can animate this in the text by using this radius in the center of ripple and type of conversion and wave speed and the width and height and the ripple phase. So typically we use the speed and the width and height, and as well as this radius. So let's animate with this. Currently, if I play this, nothing happens, no animation. Interestingly, actually you can change this radius from here, or you can change the radius by going to your timeline and hit E. E means effect. E, echo, and then you can expand this ripple, and you should see exactly in the same menu that you see in effect control window. So basically you can work in effect control window, or you can work in timeline. So let's try to animate by changing this radius, and I'm going to click on this stopwatch to create initial keyframe. This is my initial keyframe, and then I'm going to go to around 1 second and change the value of radius. So you made some animation or something like that. And what about here's center of ripple? So you should see the center mark here. You can move. This. So I'm going to place this center of a ripple somewhere here. Alright. So as you can see, the ripple, you can only see the ripple effect around the center. So we don't see any ripple effect. So you can move that somewhere here. Alright, so you should see ripple right here, but we don't see any ripple. Right? See, and then what else? Ripple speed. You can slow down that. You can make it faster. So, and width. So, height. Let's check something else. Let me hide this. Type 2. Ballsy. Effect. Distort. Right here, ballsy. Okay. Okay, now you should see in the ballsy and effect controls window, or you can go to the timeline, click and highlight ballsy layer and hit E, and then you should see in the ballsy effect. Expand this. Alright, let's try to animate this horizontal radius and vertical radius. Horizontal radius, vertical radius. Animate. Yeah, although we see kind of partly distorted, the letter L and G and as well as E, but we don't see any animation because we didn't create any keyframe. You notice that? So I'm gonna click horizontal radius and both in horizontal and vertical, and then create initial keyframe. See, initial keyframe, and then I'm gonna go to about 1 second. And what if I change this one 0? Alright, see now. See? And then I change this one 200. 200 and 200. See now. See. Also, we have Baldi in the center. See, Baldi center. For instance, what if we place the start with the Baldi in the center somewhere here? It doesn't actually affect the bulge in the word at all. And I'm gonna make the initial keyframe. Oh, before that, let's go to the beginning. Click on stopwatch. Alright. And go to 1 second. Put this somewhere here. I'm gonna place this one around 2 seconds. So while you are animating your text with any of these effects, sometimes you don't like what you have right now, and you kind of want to go back to the beginning, and or you want to start over from the beginning. What you can do is go to Effect Controls window, and you should see this reset buttons. Okay, let me click on this reset. Okay, so now remove all in a keyframe, reset and remove in all keyframe. So these are all the original settings. Like for instance, you like to use the Baldi in the center only. Okay, so bring your playhead at 0 and Baldi in the center. Okay, our Baldi is right here, and then I'm gonna move that somewhere here, and bring this down a little bit, and then I'm gonna make this one a little bigger. I think that's big enough for this text. Make a little bigger, 120 and 120. So you should notice that we are usually animating this text by changing the Baldi in the center only, but we're not gonna create any in the keyframe for the horizontal radius and vertical radius. We just change the value of the radius of both horizontal and vertical, but we're gonna animate this text by changing this Baldi in the center. Actually the position of Baldi in the center. Okay, I don't want to see this distortion in the beginning, so I like to move to the left a little bit more. We don't see any distortion here. So even if I play this, nothing happens. Alright, so now we're gonna animate this, and I'm gonna go to 1 second, and what I like to move this to the right like this. Alright. Watch this.